Hey everyone, welcome back to my fragrance review channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the third fragrance from Rihanna. It's called Nude, and it was released towards the end of 2012. It is a little bit of a departure from her other two fragrances, which were quite strong, very bold. This one is much softer, as the name sort of suggests. It's very sensual, it's a little bit more intimate, and it's actually something nice for the daytime. So the first thing we're going to look at is the advertisement. So one of my favorite things in life is when fragrance boxes come with the advertisement like slide cover. I don't know why, it makes me so happy. So this is one of those magical boxes, and on the cover here we have the advertisement for Nude, and this is also a little bit of a departure from Rihanna because with most of her advertisements and like her album covers and photo shoots, it's always very like edgy and hard, and we always see like that sort of that rough Rihanna. But this is the very soft, the very delicate Rihanna, the one we don't really get to see very often. She's blonde, which is also very rare. Her hair is usually dark or black or red. But we have the blonde Rihanna here. She's smiling, which is kind of different. That's another thing. I feel like she doesn't smile a lot in photos, but here we have her wearing... What is she wearing? Well, she's wearing underwear, and then she has this sort of like chiffon kind of bed sheet. Like she just got out of bed, a very expensive bed though, and she's just enjoying the sunshine. She's happy to be here, she's happy for a new day, and I really like the advertisement. I love her bra actually. Let's get a close-up. It's sort of like this ruffled, lacy kind of material, and the color of course is this nice light peach nude color. So that just slides right off the box, and another thing I like is with her other fragrance boxes, they were very... You had like the color and the detailing, but this was very stripped down. It's just very plain. It's, you know, everything is the same sort of skin-toned color here. And on the back, we have a sort of a light silhouette of the bottle kind of hiding behind this, this curtain as if it's kind of like undressing. Whole box advertisement coloring, everything is very naked. So now let's talk about the bottle. So the bottle is the same design as her last two. So it's that wide base, very tall. We have the zigzag going down the bottle. This time it's in the soft nude peach color. And the top is the same. It's the long slender cap with the bands going across. And the bands this time are just sort of like a silver color. And the liquid is transparent. I know with their other ones it's been like a deeper yellow kind of liquid, but this one is a clear liquid. And this size is 50 milliliters. You can get it in 100 milliliters or 30 milliliters. But when I bought it, this is all they had. They didn't have a bigger size. And then later on they ended up getting like a little 15 milliliter bottle. It was sort of strange. But anyways, this is the one that I got. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I don't have much. I don't have lotion, shower gel. They didn't have any of that. They didn't have any samples. They didn't even have the official, like the tester strips. So I'm using my old ones, my Rebel Fleur ones from like back in the day. Yeah, I really don't have much else to talk about other than just the fragrance. But I mean, that's enough, right? I don't want to cover Rihanna. There we go. So I would call this a softly sweet, fruity scent. Like I said, it is very different from her other two. Her other two were very strong. They had a lot of rich, bold ingredients to them. This one is much softer. It's something that is more of a daytime scent. But having said that, I feel like it's still a strong scent. Like you can still very much smell this, but I feel like it's not something that's gonna like be a showstopper. Like it's not a big fragrance. It's a soft fragrance, but still has a long-lasting, strong quality to it. So in the top note of the fragrance, we have guava, mandarin orange, and pear. So I really love pear. It's one of my favorite fruit ingredients for fragrances. So when you first spray the fragrance, you pretty much just get that big burst of the fruits. But none of these fruits are really like very, very juicy monster fruits. Like they're the nice, the lighter kind of fruits, like the pear and the guava. So it's not a bold fruity scent, it really is a softer one. And almost instantly, like I'd say about 15 to 20 seconds after spraying it, you start to smell what I think is the sort of the star of this fragrance, which is the orchid. The orchid is in the base of the scent, so it's very deep down there, but it comes up right away to sort of join the fruits and like the welcome wagon. So at that point, we just smell that nice peary guava soft fruit smell with the orchid blossoming, adding a sweetness to it. So it's already a softly sweet scent. I'm very happy that this orchid is as ambitious as she is, because the heart of the fragrance has 3 flowers. They're all white florals that I don't like very much. There's jasmine, there's gardenia, and lily. And, you know, when those scents are there, it ends up becoming this big white disaster. But with the orchid really taking charge and joining those fruits, I feel like the top and the base kind of overpower the heart, which I'm happy about because I don't like that heart very much. So it doesn't end up smelling like a white floral at all, really. It really does just smell like orchid and fruits. As the scent progresses, the fruits do die down a little bit, as top fruits always do, but the orchid still stays there, and it ends up becoming more of a sweet floral. So those 3 white florals do, you know, show themselves eventually, but the orchid is always like, you know, the top flower, and it never ends up smelling too flowery. But the fruits do fade a little bit, and I have to say I like the first bit of the fragrance more when the fruits are there. Afterwards it becomes just kind of like a generic sweet floral, which isn't bad, it's still very nice, but it's not as sort of inviting as it was earlier. I can say it stays pretty close to the skin at this point. Like when you first spray it, it projects, people can smell it, but after the fruits go and it becomes just like the flower show, it stays quite close to the skin. It becomes more of that sort of intimate fragrance where not a lot of people around you are going to smell it. It's more just for like you can smell it if you have your skin up against your face. But other than that, it is more of like a just on your body kind of scent at that point. And then in the base of the fragrance, other than the orchid of course, we have the musk and the sandalwood, which just help to prolong the scent, to make it last longer once all the flowers kind of, you know, wither away. We still have that sandalwood musk scent on your skin, and we still do have that orchid. So at the very end of the day, it's basically like a very light, sweet musk on your skin. So that is the whole experience of Nude. Again, it's not really, like you could wear it at night, but like it's more of like a date fragrance, like either a daytime or, you know, if you want to go out on a date, but it's not really like out to the club or like out to have fun. It's not a fun scent, it really is more of a sensual, more intimate kind of fragrance. So like I said, I don't have like a lotion or a shower gel or anything, because there was no like gift sets or anything for this one. It didn't really get as big of a release as the other 2. They had like sets and everything. There was a gift with purchase, but like it wasn't really a gift with purchase. Because like I asked her, like, oh, is there anything like a gift or anything like this? And I know that they originally had like a little purse, like a clutch that was really cute, but that was like long gone. And she's like, oh, well, we have a shirt, like a nude shirt. Like, okay, I'll take that. And then she gave it to me, and I think it was like, it was just to please me. Like, it wasn't even a real nude shirt. Let me show it to you. Okay, so when I reviewed her first fragrance, I showed this Rebel Fleur tank top that I got as a free gift. And, you know, that's great and all. I wore it to the concert. And then when I got this, she's like, oh yeah, there's a nude shirt. And she gave me this box. Like, it said Rihanna Nude, gift with purchase, t-shirt. It was like official and everything. I was like, oh great. So I took it, and I took it home. I opened it up, and there was another Rebel Fleur tank top in there. I haven't even opened it. It's like, it's the same exact one. It even has Rebel Fleur tag. So this I think what happened was they ran out of the gifts, and they knew I buy a lot there, so they wanted to give me something, so they just found an old Rihanna gift and like packaged it as a nude gift and lied to me. Anyway, so I now have 2 Rebel Fleur black tank tops, exactly the same, instead of like a nude gift, which was sad. But anyways, that's the fragrance. So I really don't have anything else to talk about. That's all I've got for Nude. I'd have to say it's not the most original scent. Like, I feel like her first one was so original and so different, and I love it. And like this one, you know, it's a little bit more commercial than like her other ones. So it's not my favorite from her collection. But again, if you want a nice, pleasant, fruity, sweet scent that is not very offensive, it's a nice daytime scent, then this is definitely a nice choice. And I of course love the bottle and the ad and everything. So I'm going to do a quick summary of Nude by Rihanna. Her 3rd fragrance, her first true daytime kind of scent. It's a lightly sweet fruity floral that starts with guava, mandarin orange, and pear. It stays as this sweetly, fruity, sweetly... Let me start over. So Rihanna's 3rd fragrance, Nude, is her first light daytime scent. It starts off fruity with guava, mandarin orange, and pear. Very quickly we get the orchid from the base coming up to add a nice sweetness to the scent. After a little while we get the white floral heart, but it never comes out too strong, thankfully. The orchid and the fruits sort of push the white florals down for most of it, and after the fruits fade we get to smell a lightly sweet floral scent, and then it finishes off with a sandalwood musk on the skin that always smells slightly sweet. It's good for daytime. The lasting power is pretty good. Not as good as Rebel Fleur, but it still is pretty good, and it does stay quite close to the skin, sort of halfway through. Good for daytime or on a date. Not really for anything big or huge, because it's not a loud fragrance. And it's not my favorite from her collection. It's my 3rd favorite from her collection, but it is nice that she did put out a softer scent. Okay, so that's the end of my review for Rihanna's Nude fragrance. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm excited to see what she puts out next. Okay guys, that's it for today, and I will see you next time for some more fragrance reviews.